guys, welcome back to Gypsy Rose Papery. Today I want to do a little mini tutorial. A couple of ladies wanted to know how I make these floating book page pockets, which are inspired by Jibid Neary. I've seen her do these in her books and I wanted to try it out, and it's really super easy and they're really cute and add a lot to your journal. These are for an upcoming journals that I'm making right now, themed after Wicked. And so I have an old Wicked paperback here, and that's where I made these. That's why they have this really cool green inking all around. That was all the book. I had nothing to do with that. So they're, like I said, super duper easy and they look so pretty. You put a little tag in there. But yeah, I used the Tim Holtz botanical. I always want to call it wildflower. It's botanical set, which I've run out. So we're going to use another, or try to use another Tim Holtz that I have here. This is the collector pack. And then I have some botanical type stickers given to me by Miss Shayna at SB Artistry. And then I like to take my scraps and kind of sew around them, and they can make little cute labels on your, for example. So these ones I didn't want to cover the title, but if it was anything that I really care for, you can put like a little label there, which is what Jibid does. She puts labels, like little scrap labels on her stuff. So I will show you, and hopefully I'll stay in frame. I'm going to try and sit down for this because it's kind of hard to do standing up. So move these to the side. So first thing, if you're making like a theme journal like I am, I kind of try to go to the pages and see if there's any significant pages that I want to use, or like a title page that I want to use. And I think I used all of the titles. This is really cool, the Clock of the Time Dragon. So I might use this one. And so what you want to do is not just grab one page, because you want this to be sturdy enough to be able to adhere a nice thick type of ephemera, and you want to be able for it to hold something in there like a tag, and not fall apart. So I think I did a total of 5 or 6 pages. I just kind of went by feel, so this is a nice feel to it. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so 5. And then you just want to carefully pull it out of the book, because you want the other edge to stay nice and clean as well. You don't, I mean, you could do rough edges if you wanted to, but I kept these mostly clean because I wanted to preserve the green around the page. And so because I ripped them all out together, they're pretty much flush with each other. But since this one I'm going to pull away, you may want to use some glue just to kind of make sure they don't move on you, so that when you sew, they're not shuffling all over the place. So I kind of just did one and then used the measurements of one as the guide. But you want to make them nice and flush to each other before you fold, so that you know where you're gluing. And I would say the pocket is about 2 1/4 inches, so right about there. Okay. You can use, right now you could use like a scorer if you wanted to. I'm just gonna use this edge of the scissor here. Okay. And so it is nice and flush as far as I can see. And then the other thing you want to do, and this is completely personal preference, is I like to around the corners. And they may not all round, because if it's too thick, I don't know about you guys, but my corner rounder isn't the best. So you might have to do one layer at a time, but for the sake of time, I'm trying to do them all at once. And it did it pretty well, I think. And so the other part of this is if you want to sew, once you glue it, you can sew. So let's go ahead and try and glue these down some. And you don't really have to like go all out on the glue. You can kind of just do every other layer. It's just to keep the papers together so that when you sew, they're not kind of shuffling everywhere. They want to stay nice and as much as you can flush, because you know when you bend stuff, it's not going to completely oops, this one didn't round. It won't completely be flush, because some pages become shorter than others. Kind of like when you fold a signature in half and like the middle pages kind of poke out because of the girth of the spine. And so you kind of have to shave down the middle pages to just kind of be flush with the outside pages. So here, because you want to be careful that all the pages stay at that crease there. Here, if you wanted to, you could do a little glue on the edges just to make those flush. And now it's kind of secured, so you can kind of put it to the side, and when you're ready to sew it, if you're gonna sew it, then you can go ahead and do that. I also have some, oops, wrong book. I also have like an Emma book here, and I was just gonna use some of these. So on this one, this would be your choice on how much to embellish. You can kind of just grab a few pages and just work with that. And you can choose to kind of color around the edges. So let me get my ink. So I have my little, my Brilliance little teardrops, they were called. I forget. Dewdrops, not teardrops. And you can kind of color the edges on your own if you wanted to. You could do it a different color. It really is up to you. You could also distress if you felt your book wasn't as distressed as you would like. Another option, which I want to try, you can gesso these. So you could gesso whatever you didn't care to show through. So like for example, this, I want this, but I could gesso here and I could gesso here, and then this could be a journaling card and a pocket in one. So just different, it's very versatile, different ideas that you could kind of play around with when it comes to these book page pockets. So I really don't have a preference for which side is what. So here I'm just going to again fold, and I'm making the actual pocket part about 2.5 inches. Okay. And once you have that as flush as you have it, as you want it, sorry, you can go ahead and score it. And it's okay that they're not perfect. I mean, this is junk journaling. They don't have to be perfect. I think that when things kind of are not perfect, they're better. And that's just my opinion. I like little quirks in my journals, so just again, just secure it there. And on this one, I don't think I will round the corners. I think I'll leave it One, because my corner rounder isn't cooperating today, and two, because I just want to see what just a plain one looks like. And then again, you can kind of just secure the edges where you're going to sew, if you're going to sew. I would say that if you're not going to sew, I would probably use a glue that's a little bit better than this, like a Fabri-Tac. But because I know I am going to sew, then I'm not really worried about it, because the sewing will keep it all nice and secured. But I'm going to go and sew these, and then I will be back and show you how to kind of decorate and all that, okay? Okay, so I am back, and here are the 2 pockets sewn. You can leave the tails if you'd like, or you can snip them off. And so we have 2 very different pockets. Obviously, one has the little title, one doesn't. It's sort of plain, so I feel like this one we embellish a little bit more than this one. So I'm going to do this one first, and let's see what we got, what we're working with here as far as Mr. Tim. That is very nice, but it would block off completely the title. So again, you kind of just play around. We want something smaller in size, and this is actually kind of perfect. It would stick out a little bit, but that's fine, because we could also make it a tuck spot behind there. So I'm like kind of between these 2. These are all big ephemera. I didn't think they would be this big. I really wish I had a clock, because then it would kind of match that, but anywho, I'm kind of torn between these 2. I may do this one. But then again, this green is really calling. I am like having a love affair with green right now. I don't know. I do not know. I think I'm gonna go with the green. So we need the good glue. So I have my little baby Fabri-Tac here, and it is on its last legs, I tell ya. I use this glue all the time for everything, for absolutely everything. And I would say that because these are shiny backed, you may want to just kind of scratch the back some so that you don't have any issues with it popping off later. And now we have, not only do we have a little pocket, but we have, so let's test it out. We have a little pocket, but we also have a tuck. So very cute, and this can move around wherever you want in your book, and it's handy. So okay, for this one, I kind of like this here, but I also want to use these stickers because they're really pretty. So let's see, and I kind of wanted to use one of these. So Let's see. And I already have a book that I want to include this in, so I think I'm going to use this flower here. And then maybe some little flowers here. And then this guy. Somewhere here. Oh, this glue is so gross. I have to clean it. The nozzle, it's on its last legs. It's so expensive. I like to use every little tiny bit that I can. I don't want to waste any of it. But yeah, it's definitely on its last legs. Hope I'm in frame, guys. If I'm not, I apologize. I haven't done a lot of videos lately, and so I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things. I just needed a break after the holidays, and just took it unapologetically, I think, and it's just kind of taking me a bit of time. That's all, right? We all need some time off every once in a while. And another element that I wanted to add here, in addition to all of this, is I wanted to do some stamping. So let me grab my stamp. Make sure this is nice and adhered. I want to stamp in a different color ink, kind of to contrast with all the black type. And this book is sort of a dusty rose color, and kind of lavender-ish. So I'm going to mix two inks. I'm going to do the Tim Holtz Tattered Rose, and also I want to do this one, or should I do this one or this one? Let's try this one. And hopefully I got all sections. So, and I kind of want it to overlap into the little label there, so let's see what comes out. Oh, that's so pretty. So yeah, there is some pink in there, but mostly purple. So I could have used a little bit more pink, so maybe I can use a brighter pink, or maybe this one down here. So this is just kind of to play around with what we're doing here, and kind of that way you can see like what is possible. And so for this one, I need a piece of scrap because I don't want to do the whole entire, actually, I don't want to do the whole entire stamp. I just kind of want to do a corner of it. So there we go. That looks so cute. I like that. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope I don't sound all mumbly and weird. I feel like this guy's kind of plain, so I might do some botanicals on this one because it does still fit with the theme that I'm doing. So I'm going to do this purple to kind of offset with that green. And actually, maybe I can do this and then this. Huh, okay, let's try that and see. This guy, I might have to just cut down a little bit. Okay. And if my glue decides to work with me here, let me go. Oh, it's coming out. Oh, maybe so. No, no, yeah, no. Let me just stick this here for now. But let me go get my other rubber duck, which is also on its last legs, but it'll probably work better than that little one. And if I'm talking kind of low, I apologize. I'm up super early to try to get these done, and I don't want to wake up anybody, or rather I don't want to hear the moaning and groaning of anybody complaining about how I woke them up because I was talking so loud. So let's put you right there. I feel like I want to cut the string off because it's kind of blocking off my little tuck spot there. And on this one, I might try a different stamp because this one is a little bit less romantic, I want to say, than the one I just did. So then on this one, I can kind of put this here. Is that even? Is that in the middle? There. Or maybe, no, wrong thing. I want this under. So let's quickly peel up and place down. There we go. And then I want to stamp something. So let me grab my stamps. Okay. So on this one, I kind of want to keep using the green. I don't really have a lot of green, so I might have to use this peeled paint, or maybe a gray. I still don't know how I feel about this. I think I want to cut it here. And use some more glue here. I just messed it up big time. But no, there are no mess ups in junk journaling, right? Only happy accidents. I'm quoting Bob Ross at this point. Happy little trees. I'm gonna use some glue here because I kind of messed up the whole integrity of the sticker with my indecisiveness. And you'll find that when I do tutorials, guys, if you're new to this channel, just letting you know, this is me. This is me. being my old indecisive self. That's better. Okay. Yes, I like that much better. And I don't know how I feel about this green. Ooh, let's see. Is it a, ooh, it's not a pretty green. I do have a, I'm gonna try out this charcoal color, but is it pumice stone? Oh yeah, that's probably better. Okay. So for this one, I'm just gonna try and do the crows, and then at somewhere around here, the clock. So let's do the clock first. Again, we're going to use our little oh, that's cool. I like that. And then we're going to just do the birds. Oop, I'm shaking the camera. I'm sorry. Okay, and then the birds, I kind of want them flying out. So there we go. I love that. Okay, cool. So that is it. I'm done messing away at stuff because, like I said, if you're new to this channel, you'll find out. You'll learn. Just kidding. So yeah, these are the finished book page pockets. Like I said, the sky's the limit. You can add stickers, you can add ephemera, you can stamp, you could use your little scraps and kind of sew around them and save them and use them later on. But again, floating book page pocket inspired by Jibid Neary. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!